Imagine your friend, your boyfriend, and even your own mother receiving messages from you, but you haven't sent a single one. Now, imagine this continues for years while you're actually dead. This is the disturbing story of 37-year-old Cari Farver, a mother from Lower whose disappearance initially looked like a mystery case of a woman simply walking away from her life. But investigators would eventually discover something far more sinister, because Cari wasn't sending those messages. Someone was pretending to be her, and that person had already killed her. To better understand this case, I'm going to give a breakdown of the love triangle. In 2012, a man named Dave Croper had recently come out of a long-term relationship and started using online dating sites. He then met a woman named Shannon Galowa, who went by Liz. Their relationship was casual, and Dave made it clear he wasn't looking for anything serious. Then Dave met another woman who was Cari. Cari was a single mother who brought her car to Dave's auto repair shop. The two hit it off and began seeing each other. But there was one problem. Dave was still casually seeing Liz. And then awkwardly enough, during one of Cari's dates with Dave, the two women unexpectedly crossed paths. Cari was leaving Dave's apartment when she passed Liz in the hallway. At the time, it seemed like an awkward coincidence, but investigators would later believe that this moment was the beginning of something much darker. On November 13th, 2012, Cari left Dave's apartment and went about her normal day. That was the last time anyone could confirm seeing her alive. But something strange happened afterwards. Dave started receiving messages from Cari. The messages were angry. She accused him of ruining her life and became increasingly threatening. But it wasn't just Dave. Liz was also receiving messages supposedly from Cari. And then Cari's mother began receiving strange messages too. One message claimed that Cari had moved away to start a new job and would eventually return to collect her teenage son. But Cari's mother didn't believe it. Something wasn't right. Cari had missed important family events, including her son's birthday. She also didn't attend her father's funeral, and yet her phone and online accounts continued to make it look as though she was alive. For years, everyone was led to believe that Cari had become obsessed with Dave. The messages made it look as though she was stalking him, and incredibly, Liz appeared to be another victim. Liz claimed that Cari was threatening her because of her relationship with Dave. Then things became more bizarre. In 2013, Liz's house caught on fire, which caused her pets to die, and messages supposedly sent by Cari appeared to take responsibility for the fire. Suddenly, the story seemed obvious. Cari had disappeared, she was allegedly stalking Dave and Liz, and now she had supposedly attacked Liz's home. Except one massive problem: none of it was Cari. By 2015, investigators Ryan Avis and Sergeant Jim Doty began taking another look into the case. They started going through the digital evidence, and that's when the story began to fall apart. They discovered that the messages supposedly coming from Cari were actually being sent by someone else. Investigators eventually focused on Liz. Her devices contained numerous fake email accounts and evidence suggesting that she was impersonating Cari and other people online. Then investigators found something even more disturbing. A memory card contained photographs that appeared to show human remains. One photograph showed a foot with a distinctive tattoo. The tattoo matched one that Cari had. And another photograph showed Cari's vehicle. The investigation was now pointing towards a horrifying possibility. Cari hadn't disappeared voluntarily. She had been murdered. So, what really happened? According to prosecutors, Liz had become obsessed with Dave and viewed Cari as a romantic rival. Investigators concluded that Liz killed Cari in November 2012. Blood was discovered beneath the passenger seat covering of Cari's abandoned SUV, but unfortunately, Cari's body was never recovered. And this meant prosecutors had to prove that the murder had occurred without ever producing the victim's remains. The digital evidence became crucial. Liz had spent years creating fake accounts and pretending to be Cari. She had initially created an entire digital version of Cari that could continue living after Cari was gone. And that deception helped hide the murder. Now, onto the verdict. In December 2016, Shanna Liz Gloria was arrested and charged with Cari's murder. At trial, the prosecution presented evidence showing that Gloria had posed as Cari and others online. She was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2017. She was also convicted of second-degree arson for setting her own home on fire. Liz was sentenced to life imprisonment for murder, plus 18 to 20 years for the arson conviction. But unfortunately, there was one thing investigators could never give Cari's family: her body. To this day, Cari's remains have never been found. For years, everyone believed that they were hearing from Cari. Her mother believed she had moved away, Dave believed that he was being stalked, and Liz presented herself as another victim. But behind all those messages was the same person. The woman pretending to be Cari had allegedly killed her and spent years using her identity to make everyone believe that she was still alive. Cari Farver disappeared in 2012, but her digital identity continued to exist for years afterwards. And perhaps the most disturbing part of this entire case is that the person responsible didn't simply try to hide the murder. She created a fake life for a woman she had killed. Cari's body has never been found, but the digital trail that she left behind eventually helped investigators uncover the truth. Rest in peace to Cari, and condolences to those affected by this case. And separately, why is double French so hard to do? No one book this, please, thank you. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, guys. If you're into nails and true crime, subscribe and stay tuned for more, and see you in my next one. Stay safe, bye.